I think as a Board of Education, we need to have opportunities and make more available opportunities for the students and staff of the district. I'm hoping, and I think the rest of the board would agree with this, that this project is going to be the first step towards that.
One of the beauties of this project this year is that it will have no impact on the taxpayer. We are doing the project at a time where the debt service for the district is low enough that we can add a project of this size without impacting the local taxpayer. So that's why the board and the Board Facilities Committee and administration are bringing it forward at this time.
So the Facilities and Operations Committee took into account the building condition survey that was done by our architects and really put a plan together that addressed any health and safety issues in our school, any educational environments where we really needed to improve, such as our science lab and some of our elementary classrooms, and also include the turf field, which will greatly improve the flexibility of our athletic program and also benefit the community.
Some safety and accessibility upgrades that will be addressed in this project is ADA upgrades in almost every school in the district, as well as fire safety upgrades. The bathrooms are not currently ADA accessible. The upgrades will address accessibility for the disabled. We're going to be installing fire assemblies that will block smoke from rising to the next level in stairwells, in corridors, and areas of refuge. They're critical to make sure that they are up to date for both fire and ADA code.
Since I began here 3 years ago, it's been a big hit, and all the students, of course, really love cooking and eating everything they make. So to have an updated kitchen is going to really maximize their learning, and we'll be able to make even more things than we have in the past. It's definitely going to be an improvement for me as well as the students in terms of how I'm able to teach the class. So anything that helps it run more smoothly is always an added plus.
Currently, the students in the 8th grade advanced program are taking LER, Regents, and this is our lab setup. They're working at individual group tables, but in order to use resources such as water and electricity at their stations, they have to move around the room to get those resources.
I think that the experience is completely different for the students that take Living Environment Regents here at the middle school versus the students that are taking it at the high school. The infrastructure up at the high school allows students to not only complete the labs that are required by New York State, but to do them in a more efficient and effective manner.
On our second floor classrooms, we currently don't have air conditioning. And if you come here on a hot day in the fall or early spring, it is brutal up in those rooms by the end of the day. And to teach during that or learn during that really isn't an option.
Both the boys and girls locker rooms need to be completely gutted and changed. We started the facility with light gauge metal, and metal and water after 15 years don't work out very well. It's rusted out. So we would like to change those to composite lockers. We would like to put in twice as many lockers by cutting the lockers in half. So we'll have more space for visitors and for our athletes in the locker room. The pool's biggest needs is a new timing system. The timing system that we have now is 16 years old. It's original to the complex. Most times these timing systems are designed to go for about 7 to 10 years. So we are probably double or past its lifetime.
Our track is now 12 years old. Since 2005, it was the last time that it was replaced, and it was fully replaced in 2005. The life expectancy of the surface of a track is 10 to 12 years. So our track is pretty much right in the era of needing to be resurfaced. If it doesn't get resurfaced, the problem is the top begins to disintegrate, and you get cracks forming, you get water into the cracks, it freezes over, it opens up larger cracks, and then it starts to destroy the underlayment, which is pavement.
Just for the fact to be able to rely on this field on a daily basis and to know that whether it rained a night before or a week before, that the field will be ready to play, it's a great benefit to the athletic programs that we have.
For soccer specifically, it's a huge advantage. I mean, the vast majority of teams that we play against are on turf. It's a much more consistent surface. It just kind of levels the playing field for us.
It would have been beneficial to have a turf field last year because we had a sectional game and it was supposed to be home, but it got rained out because the grass just couldn't handle the rain. So we had to actually go to Lourdes, which had turf.
As a soccer player, it would be whether flat surface, which is huge in soccer, no divots in the field. If it rains, you could play in the rain. Environment-wise, I think it would change too. People love to go on turf.
Due to the fact that the space and the safety of the space would allow for us to pretty much do any activity at any time, take some of our inside stuff, move it outside, and allow for maximum participation, therefore hopefully creating a healthier high school student.
Right now, with soccer being such a popular sport in the city of Beacon, we need more fields, and this one field would be like having 4 or 5 fields because of the amount of play could be on it, and it won't get beaten up because it's turf like a grass field does when you overplay on it, and it would just be a great benefit to the community and to the high school.
Bringing the community in to allow access to the field, it's going to benefit everybody, and ultimately it's going to make us give us better programs athletically here in Beacon. The goal would be to be able to work hand in hand, and with lights in the near future as well, we'd really be able to extend the amount of usage of this field to allow the community on, as much as possible.
If the vote passes in December, we will submit plans to the State Education Department, and we will do a bidding process in either late 2018 or early 2019, and the work will be done in the summer of 2019.
Most of it will be able to happen when kids are not in our schools, and we'll get most of it done that summer. We'll be having to do a little bit of additional work in the fall after that summer, but most of it will be complete summer 2019.